Now on Facebook, Sarah. Welcome to our news feed and our live. It's Tuesday, Testimony Tuesday. So I am actually like, should I wait a minute to see if anybody jumps on?
Sure, we can chit chat for a few seconds and give people a chance.
Okay. Okay, I see some people getting on. I can't wait to hear your story, Sarah. So what I'd like to do first is every Tuesday, I'm going to come on and share a story with a friend. And I'm asking that this actually be shared. And what we're going to do is a drawing for a free sample of what we're talking about. Now, I have a winner from last Tuesday that I will announce at the end of this. So hopefully this winner jumps on so she can see that she has won. But I think that maybe we should just get into it.
I agree.
I think it's awkward to sit on here like, oh, I'm gonna wait for people to get on for like 5 minutes, you know. So so I'm gonna go into it a little bit, but first I want to introduce my friend and business partner, Sarah Shavit. And I said your last name correctly, right? Okay. Yeah. I think we've been around long enough to know how to say it correctly. So she's going to share her story in a little bit, but I'm going to go into what we have here. I'm really super excited about this product and this opportunity. It's something that I feel everyone can use. And I want to kind of clear something up a little bit about it. It's, you know, our society so much is so dependent on medications. And it's fascinating how medications work in your body. Medications actually work with cell receptors and they turn receptors on and off. So you don't feel things. And so it shuts off a system. But in order to have homeostasis in your body, like all those systems should be communicating. And so when you're on medication, you might feel it right away, but it's really not doing you any favors long term. It's just creating more problems. It's creating side effects that you have to have another medication for. So you're not really doing yourself or your body any favors. And I'm really big on preventative. Like my whole entire life, I've been preventative. I'm a big believer in preventative. Let's not try to go to medications at all. Let's take care of ourselves through exercise, proper nutrition, diet, water, you know, the good choices that we all know that we should be making. And what, you know, our society so much wants that instant gratification. I mean, that's why we have, you know, microwaves and fast food stores and, you know, convenience stores where you can go in and grab something crap to drink, you know, like we want it now. And when it comes to like true healing in your body, it takes time. It takes time for your body to heal, but it's not going to be able to heal itself unless you're feeding it the nutrition that it needs and the nutrients that it needs. And that's why I'm so excited about this product because, you know, we like things that are quick, easy, and simple, right? Convenient. We like that as a society. And I don't think it gets any more simple than I need something to help me relax and help me sleep good at night. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put it up and stick it in my mouth and suck on it. Okay. So we're going to talk about these fruity, magical little drops that we have right here. And they're really fascinating. There's nothing like it on the market. Okay. It's a category creator, first to market. You've probably never heard of it before or really anything like it before. And when I started to learn the science behind it and how it's made, I just was blown away. And loving health and wellness so much, like I couldn't ignore it once I learned about it. So you guys probably all know that feeling you get when you go to the beach. And this is actually kind of a crazy story. So I grew up in Michigan. I lived there for 19 years. And every winter would come around, and winter lasts like 6 months, and we don't see the sun, and it's depressing. and just nasty, you know? So I remember being a teenager and we drove down to Florida to visit family for spring break. And we went to the beach and I fell in love with the beach. And when I was 19 and I graduated from high school, I packed up my car and I drove to Florida because I love the beach. Okay. And I didn't realize until now that the reason why I love the beach so much is how it made me feel. It made me feel relaxed and calm, and it's my happy place. And the reason why it made me feel that way is because the air is charged with negative ions. So the beach has negative ions. Waterfalls have negative ions. When lightning strikes the earth, it actually charges the plants around it with negative ions, and those negative ions have health benefits. So what this company has done is they take botanical superfoods, herbs, things like that. They pick them at peak season and they put them in this chamber and they recreate that negative ion environment, and then they capture the plant DNA and they infuse it into caramel lozenges, or like we like to call them, little pieces of candy. So there's 15 different formulas. You pick your formula, or 2 or 3, and you pop them out of the pack just like I did. You put them in your mouth, you suck them on them, and it goes right to your bloodstream, bypassing your digestive system. So you are getting 100% of what is in that lozenge or that candy. You're getting 100% right to your bloodstream, and it's starting to work on your cells in those areas that they're needed the most. So it's really fascinating. They're delicious and they're effective too. I've never actually taken a supplement where I've been so consistent. Like I've been on them for 3 months now, and I never miss a day because they're so easy and delicious and yummy. So I've had some personal experiences, some results with them that I'm kind of mind blown about. But Sarah is the one that introduced me to them, and her story blew my mind and was really one of the reasons why I decided to do this, because she's had life-changing results with it. So Sarah, I'm going to give you the floor so you can share.
Thank you. So first of all, thank you for going over that, because it's going to just make so much more sense to why I was able to experience the results that I had. It has a lot to do with the technology that's used to put the formulas into these drops. So the specific one that I am on here tonight to talk about is this beautiful little box. And it's delicious, first of all. It tastes like apricot. And this is the women's blend. This is, I guess it's called Supports Women's Overall Health and Well-Being. So for those of you that don't know me, my reproductive health has been an ongoing issue. It's been something that has actually almost been the death of me a couple of times. I ended up in the ICU back in 2012 due to some of my reproductive issues and symptoms that happened with it. I'm not going to say the name of my specific diagnosis that I've been battling for 20 plus years. I'm going to keep things kosher and compliant on here tonight. But I can tell you some of the symptoms that I was having, which included cysts on my ovaries that would happen to form. And I'm very private about my health. In May, I actually had to have surgery due to this condition. It was something that I thought I had under control until after I had my son, and then it started acting up. So not to ramble on, but in May, I had to have surgery. And instead of it just being a quick surgery, going home, that's it, recovery, I had some really wild side effects. And I think my body partially started freaking out because I have been so consistent with just practicing prevention and natural modalities and not using synthetic drugs and pharmaceuticals. And as Alicia was talking about with pharmaceuticals, it's a Band-Aid. And I can speak from it first-handedly that when you rely on these Band-Aids to mask your symptoms, they're only going to work for so long. And then your body's going to end up actually getting sicker. And you're just going to end up on more medications. And that was something that I used to battle with. Fortunately, I was able to break that cycle. But back to this specific condition, I, in June, was given the news that I was having more cysts form and burst, and I was in and out of the emergency room for a number of months. Like I said, had to have surgery. I was dealing with a migraine for almost 2 months nonstop. So if you can imagine, I was miserable. I was not really functioning. I don't even feel like I was with the land of the living. So around mid-June, end of June, I happened to have a good friend of mine reach out, and he was talking to us, Kevin and myself, about this awesome business opportunity. And we talked and talked. And when I asked what the product was, I was told it was a lozenge. And the first thing that crossed my mind when I heard lozenge was cough drop. What?
Right.
And I thought that this one individual had lost their mind, even though they have a very respected reputation, and they've been known to pick really awesome products to promote in the health and wellness industry. So because of that, I agreed to try it. And they had no idea any of this stuff was going on with me. So I'm going to say this is God. This is one of the ones that they sent me. And I started taking it. I started taking 2 a day. And long story short, 2 weeks on the product, I happened to have a doctor's appointment. It was coincidental in the time frame. And they wanted to get another image. So I had an ultrasound 3 weeks before I had an ultrasound. 3 weeks before, I was told that my health was declining and that we needed to get me in to figure out what to do. Fast forward 3 weeks, 2 weeks on this product, I have this ultrasound, and 3 days later, I get a call, and I'm told that we need to talk about my ovaries. The last time that conversation led anywhere, I was being told I needed surgery and I needed it soon. So I was put off, and she goes on and she tells me that she hasn't seen my ovaries look this good in a long time. So much so that the radiologist notated that I can't even be considered to have this diagnosis anymore. Guys, I've been suffering from this for about 20, 21 years. Like I said, it's been almost the death of me. It's been the stem of all of my health issues. I don't think a lot of women truly understand how important our reproductive health is, not just with like hormonal balance, but in all aspects. If you don't have reproductive health, it's going to lead into a lot of other issues. I know that you had pulled up a number of symptoms, Alicia, that some people may experience. I don't know if you want to just kind of read off what they are.
Sure. And sorry, gentlemen, if there's any guys on here. Okay, so symptoms include menstrual irregularity, excess hair growth, acne, obesity, abnormal menstruation, absence of menstruation, heavy menstruation, irregular menstruation, short and light, or spotting, obesity, overweight, weight gain, acne or oily skin, infertility, depression, inappropriate male features, loss of hair, scalp, and or unwanted hair.
So, I mean, that's just the basics. And I mean, the women that have this condition, and it is something that is very common more times than not, you're going to know what we're talking about. So I went from having a very severe case of this, requiring surgery. I mean, I've not had good reproductive health. I was told I would never have children. So the fact that this has changed my life in such a short period of time, I'm blown away. The fact that I don't have to take a pill and swallow it and be annoyed every day. I mean, look at them. Wouldn't you take these?
That's yummy. They're yummy.
They're delicious. I don't have to remember them. In fact, I don't know if you've ever tried to give your young children something like a vitamin, a supplement, a liquid form, a pill form, a powder form. It's a battle. And I know Alicia and I have to hide our stash because our boys are after them. And if you can have something that is just full of herbs and botanicals that are proven and that you know that can do something that replaces, and I'm not just talking about my specific formula, but a lot of these other formulas replace things that you would buy and have in your medicine cabinet at home. And I know that a lot of people are becoming more aware of, we don't want to use those synthetic drugs. We don't want to use Pepto-Bismol, antacids, allergy medicine, again, Band-Aids, they're all Band-Aids. So if we can replace them with something that's a plant and get the job done sooner and better, and then not have those symptoms return, I think I'm going to pick that. In fact, I know I am.
Mhm.
So that's what we have our hands on.
Yes, it's amazing. So like I said earlier, when you give your body the right nutrients, our bodies are made to heal themselves. So, you know, FDA disclaimer, we're not saying that these cure, treat, um, anything like that, heal, they don't do it, but your body will do it if it's given the right nutrients. So 100% absorbable right to your bloodstream, right to the function of the body that it's needed. It's amazing. And, you know, we've been involved for a couple months now, and we're seeing people get their hands on the products, and the testimonies are starting to come in. And I'm so excited about it. I'm so like just beyond excited about it. So again, if you will do us a favor, share this, share it publicly. If you're sharing it from somebody else's page, tag them in it. And then I'm gonna announce the winner now for last Tuesday's shares. And our winner is Gabriel Galagos. And I think I'm saying the last name right. So Gabriel, get with me and I will send you some samples of our products so that you can taste them. And next Tuesday, I have another really amazing testimony that I want to share. It just came in today, so it's actually really amazing. So next week, we'll do a winner from this week, and those testimonies are rolling in, exciting. So if you're watching this from Sarah's page, reach out to her. You need to get your hands on this product. And I would help you. I would like to help you if you're watching on my page, get your hands on some products too. So with that being said, thanks for joining me tonight, Sarah, and thanks for inviting me to this opportunity. And I'm really excited to be partnered with you and take the world by storm.
Thank you so much. And you guys, if you want to look at any other testimonies, please ask. We can get you in front of them.
Yes. Yep. Thank you. All right. Have a good night.
Good night.